Hey there, it's Tony Curl here, and welcome to episode 104 of the Dumb Leaders podcast. I jumped onto Twitter yesterday and was really surprised to see Guy Sebastian trending. Now, I thought it would have to be something to do with The Voice, where Guy is a judge, but no, it wasn't. See, two things happened to Guy yesterday. One was a TikTok campaign that somehow presumed that he was the first person to bring COVID-19 into Australia. And this was like an investigation from some TikTokers who brought about or discovered some social media posts from Guy that placed him in Wuhan in November 2019. And his subsequent admission later on that he came back with the flu, came back with like pneumonia type symptoms. So a lot of people are putting two and two together and potentially saying that he was patient zero here in Australia. But that wasn't why he was trending on Twitter. Now, there's a campaign here in Australia called Vaxthenation, and where we've seen music and entertainment celebrities join together to support the vaccination rollout. Now, with the vaccination and, the whole point is to get the people vaxxed so that the live music industry can get back and operating. And this is a really well-intentioned, good-intentioned campaign. And you can certainly understand that when it comes to COVID and government responses to COVID, that the music industry has really copped one of the biggest hits in relation to it. So it's been decimated. So you can certainly understand the reasoning around the campaign, the reasoning, the good intention, the well intentions. Let's get people vaccinated so we can get back to work. And, being Guy Sebastian, he's probably got a team that looks after things like his social media. So they've placed it on his social media platforms without his knowledge, apparently. So yesterday he removed the post. And he posted a video that went for about 1 minute explaining why he removed the post. And in that post, he acknowledged the well-meaning intention behind the campaign, however, but clearly spoke about that it wasn't his place to tell people what to do. And he also went on to say that while he's been personally vaccinated, that was a choice that he made, and it was his medical choice. But he also acknowledged the fact that it's everyone's choice to be vaccinated. So clearly bringing up the concept of personal responsibility and choice is just something many don't want to hear. In fact, making that personal choice to be vaccinated and then not advising others to do the same is what many in the media would term as sitting on the fence, and that you just can't do. You've got to choose a side. It's really indicative of the world that we live in. You're either on my side or you're not. And in this case, it's really clear that Guy was sharing care and compassion to people on both sides of the discussion, and that advising them that clearly it's not his role to tell people to get vaccinated. It's clearly not his role. And of course, he has just copped it. He's been slammed for it. And in all honesty, some of the commentary has been absolutely disgraceful. And many of the people are aligning the fact that Guy promotes products in marketing campaigns and pointing out the alleged hypocrisy behind that. But when you go back and you look at those marketing campaigns, all Guy's talking about is the fact that he uses that particular product. He's not saying you should, that he uses it. And obviously having that face behind the brand name is something that hopefully the companies are trying to influence others to take the product. But in those advertising campaigns, Guy doesn't say you should take vitamins in the vitamins case. Just as he's not saying I got vaccinated, it was a personal choice of mine and I respect the personal choice that you have, which is care and compassion. But we slammed it. We just slammed it. And as I said, some of the commentary from, the mainstream media, the right-wing talkback, has been absolutely deplorable. It's been disgraceful. And this is why I get really concerned with where we're going. I've said many, many times, insults don't influence. And when we start shouting down people that care about people on both sides of this particular discussion, just because they don't align to my side of the discussion or the other people's side, is just reprehensible. It's just divide and conquer, and that just truly doesn't work. Personally, I enjoy a pale ale, but I don't slam others if they don't. I've got some very close friends of mine who do not enjoy a pale ale. To them, they're really harsh beers. For me, I like the sense of razor blades going down my throat, and I love a good pale ale. But and of course that's a really loose alignment to, drinking a pale ale and recommending getting vaccinated. But by the same token, the same principles should still apply. People are making choices about whether they should get vaccinated or not. I'm personally not telling anyone what I've done. Personally, not telling them. I don't think it's anyone else's business. I've got my thoughts and I've got my choices and decisions. I've made a choice and I've made a decision. You won't see me posting on Facebook that I've been vaccinated. And that's not because I haven't been vaccinated. It's because it's no one else's business about the choice that I've made. So when we take people out of the conversation, and we do this every day, whether we're in business, whether we're in politics, or particularly on the cesspit that's Twitter, we try and slam people out of the conversation. We report their videos on TikTok. We get cancel culture because we don't necessarily agree with something. We want them cancelled. And this is just a horrible place to be, because by taking people out of the conversation doesn't improve. The conversation and decisions that are being made don't improve, because all of a sudden we're surrounded by our echo chamber. We're surrounded by people that think the same. I actually applaud Guy for sharing compassion and care on both sides of the argument. And that's the style of leadership that we actually should be doing. Guy made his personal choice. He is double vaccinated. But he doesn't feel that he has the right to say to people, you should be too. And at the end of the day, he's recognizing the rights of people. And that's something that I'm seriously, seriously concerned that we are losing. Hey, thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Dumb Leaders Podcast. I shall see you next time. Bye for now.